The French Lieutenant's Woman by John Fowles. This time I am thinking and trying to get whatever I can from this good work after I listened to a BBC adaptation of the novel. On Goodreads I have a review on the reading of the whole original novel. And this time I'm just referring to an abridged version. And I must say that I'm satisfied, but not thrilled. If I refer to comedy, History of the World by Meryl, there is a scene where Don DeLuise, I think, is playing Caesar, and in that big hall they bring sort of a cart, a thing with lots of jewelry, precious stones, necklaces, you name it. There's a ton, probably, of very expensive, shining treasure. And he's looking, after farting, lying on the coach, and he says something like, "Nice. Not thrilling, but nice." And that's what the positive psychologists or psychologists in general would call hedonic adaptation. When you have so much, you get used to it, no matter what it is. Tons of jewelry, fast cars, helicopters, and you want to become president of the United States. You know the Donald, the clown, is now president. Fools do often prove prophets, Shakespeare. Coming back, the intrigue is not so unusual. We have Charles, who is supposed to marry Tina, Ernestina. Tina is the nickname, the short form. And while they walk near the sea, they see a woman, and this woman is famous in the neighborhood as the French Lieutenant's Woman. In fact, they call her, the lower classes call her the French Lieutenant's Whore. And we have this opposition between those with a situation and those who don't have. We have the conservatives and the more modern thinking people. We have Charles, who is a supporter, well, he thinks evolutionism is right, Darwinism, and we have the would-be father-in-law, if that comes to happen, we'll see, or you'll see if you read, who is against us. He doesn't believe we evolved from apes. And so we learn the story of this wretched woman, Sarah. Sarah has been involved with a Frenchman. He was saved from a wreck, and she helped him recuperate. She gave herself to him, alas. The man says he needs to let the family know in France, and he will come back to marry her, but he doesn't. He gets married in France and sends a letter. And Sarah is devastated and gets to walking near the beach, looking towards France, if you will, and longing for this man, and sad, depressed about fate, and so on. Charles interferes. He learns about the story. He feels the man was not the French lieutenant, was not a gentleman, and he took advantage of the young girl, and indeed it's true. And he tries to help Sarah, especially since her walks determine the woman who did a sort of a charity and hired her. This woman, in the end, sends her away, and Sarah is, to a large extent, destitute. She says at one point, what is left for me to do? I know the fate. I know what they call me, and that's what I will become. If not in those words, and in parts that were just suggestions, but that's the point I received. Indeed, Charles thinks the same. If she's going there, she will be lost. There are tensions between him and his wife-to-be, fiance, let's call it that, Ernestina, Tina, and that is aggravated. The situation is aggravated with an incident. By an incident, Charles had an uncle. And he's supposed to inherit both the fortune of this relative and the title. They even joke, Sir Charles. We have to be careful because we will soon be talking about Sir Charles. Well, he's called by this uncle who says that he's getting married to a much younger woman who can have plenty of children, and the children will inherit both fortune and title. So Charles is very upset. There is a talk with the father of Ernestina, who suggests that he should go into trade. Speaking of upper classes, that doesn't appeal to Charles. Well, I have to stop here and maybe return with another note sometime.